A person is lonely until he finds himself. That can't endure the bad will not live to see the good. Don't spend time beating on a wall, hoping to break it down, when there's a door somewhere else. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. First mend yourself and then mend others. Pray for good harvest, but continue to plow. Don't be sweet, lest you be eaten up. Don't be bitter, lest you be spewed out. You can't wait for inspiration to strike you. You have to go out and get it. Adam was the first lucky man, as he had no mother-in-law. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you want to be happy, be. Never trust the man who tells you all his troubles, but keeps from you all his joys. Do not accuse a man for no reason. What he has done, you no harm. Sympathy doesn't provide food, but it makes hunger more endurable. Rejoice, not at 9 enemies' fall, but don't rush to pick him up either. You are enough just as you are. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. God is a father. Luck is a stepfather. God cannot be everywhere at once. That's why he created mothers. Don't open a shop unless you know how to smile. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One who is embarrassed to ask is ashamed to learn. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. May God protect you from bad people and save yourself from good ones. Judge a person by their deeds, not by their words. It's hard to be witch African girls these days. Every time you take a piece of her hair to the witch doctor, either a Brazilian innocent woman gets mad or a factory in China catches fire. When a fool is sent to market, all the merchants are happy. If a Jew cannot be a shoemaker, he will dream of being a professor. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. As you teach, you learn. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. If you are ugly, you are ugly. Stop talking about inner beauty because men don't walk around with X-rays to see inner beauty. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Whenever things seem to start going well in your life, the devil comes along and gives you a girlfriend. Dating a slim, slender guy is cool. The problem is when you're lying on his chest, then his ribs draw Adidas lines on your face. Better to ask twice than go wrong once. There is no one definition of success. You define your own success. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh, challenge you to grow, and make you want to become a better person. Respect pregnant women because it's not easy walking around with evidence that you've had sex. A life is not important, except in the impact it has on other lives. If you're a married man and you find yourself attracted to schoolgirls just by your wife, a school uniform, I felt sorry for myself because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Everyone complains about a lack of money, but no one complains about a lack of brains. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Women with beauty and no brains. It is your private parts that will suffer the most. Men sucking ladies' breasts is normal because the act was learned in childhood when they were young. But the acts of lady sucking men's dick is what baffles me. Where did they learn it from? Some of the girls of today can't even jog for 5 minutes, but they expect the guy to last in bed with you for 2 hours. Your level of selfishness demands a 1-week crusade. Don't be afraid to dream big. There's plenty of space in the universe. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Sometimes you look back at girls you spent money on, rather than send it to your mum, and you realize witchcraft is real. From the bitterness of disease, man learns the sweetness of health. Dear ladies, if your boyfriend didn't wish you a happy Mother's Day or sing Sweet Mother for you, you should stop breastfeeding him. He that knows nothing doubts nothing. Growing old man's sight worsens, but this allows him to see more. It's better for a man to be stingy with his money because he hustled for it, than a woman to deny you a hole she didn't drill. Loose tongues are worse than wicked hands. Treats every part of your towel nicely because the part that wipes your buttocks today will wipe your face tomorrow. If God lived on earth, people would break his windows. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." I stopped trusting ladies when my class 3 girlfriend left me for another boy, all because he bought a sharpener with a mirror. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. Nothing makes a woman more confused than being in a relationship with a broke man who is extremely good in bed. Difficulties in life are designed to make us stronger, not to break us. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. If you have attended over 100 weddings in your life and are still single, you are not different from a canopy. Dear sisters, don't be deceived by a man who texts you, "I miss you only when it's raining," because you are not an umbrella. It is every man's dream to remove a woman's pants one day, but not when it's on a drying line. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Respect pregnant women because it's not easy walking around with evidence that you've had sex. If you don't have sex for 17 days, you will become neurotic. Witchcraft is when a 24-year-old girl who cannot jog for 5 minutes expects a 40-year-old man to last for 1 hour in bed. God gave man 2 ears and 1 mouth, so listen more and talk less. A bird that you set free may be caught again, but a word that escapes your lips will not return. If your son-in-law is good, you gained a son. If he is bad, you've lost a daughter. A friend is someone who knows you and loves you anyway. Everyone can be great, because everyone can serve. All I hear, always, is no sex before marriage. If that was God's plan, then you would receive your penis or vagina on your wedding day. My dear ladies, please don't buy a selfie stick when your armpit itself needs a shaving stick. It's hard to be witch African girls these days. Every time you take a piece of her hair to the witch doctor, either a Brazilian innocent woman gets mad or a factory in China catches fire. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you create for the present. Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Lend your money and lose your friend. If over 15 guys have sucked your breasts, you don't need to call those things. Your breasts, it's called cowbell, are milk. Repeat after me, are milk. A small hole can sink a big ship. The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside somewhere where they can be quiet, alone with the heavens, nature, and God. You are never too small to make a difference. An old broom knows the quarters best. We are living in a generation where people in love are free to touch each other's private parts, but cannot touch each other's phones because they're private. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer someone else up. Any man who successfully convinces a monkey that honey is sweeter than banana is capable of selling condoms to a Roman father. When there's no peace, God is missing. All I hear always is no sex before marriage. If that was God's plan, then you would receive your penis or vagina on your wedding day. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. Being dumped by a dark-skinned girl is the worst thing ever, because anytime you get home and see charcoal, you become emotional. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover." Sometimes even the liar will speak the truth. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Virginity is the best wedding gift any man would receive from his newlywed wife. But lately, there's nothing as such any longer, because it will have already been given out as a birthday gift, a token of appreciation, job assurance, church collection, examination, marking schemes, and for lorry fares.